How y'all living?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just it's like it's been a rough start to the week for me, but it's also at the same time it's like of all the things we gotta like I know Riddell threw the chum out there, all the things we gotta talk about with all the things that just happened over the last 5 days. 13 minutes of a halftime show is what people are on mad about. And sure, we'll have the conversation. But bro, 5 days ago, and within the last 5 days, Trump went full racist. Full racist.
He
And
hasn't been
we,
doing
we
that
don't even
already.
care about it. I'm just saying. Go
How
ahead.
you
I'm good.
doing, man?
Hey guys, I've been doing really good, man. You know, Super Bowl came out. Terrible game. The performance was whatever. Um, been listening to the J Cole album. Been enjoying that. You know what I'm saying? My boy Baby Keem announced his new album February 20th. Looking forward to that.
Mm.
Blessed and highly favored. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not religious, I feel great. I'm alive. Another day. Just been chilling, playing games, watching anime, and doing the usual. But these two niggas are sad for different reasons, though. Riddell is
Wow.
sad. Riddell is sad, and his is quick. Riddell knew this was going to be a divisive performance, especially given the field that he occupies. So I'm not letting him say that bullshit of, "Oh, I didn't think it was going to be this bad." Riddell knew it was going to be this bad. He knows.
Facts.
He knows where we
Okay,
live.
can I
He,
rephrase then? Can I rephrase?
sure.
Let,
Go ahead.
Go
let-
ahead. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I
Clean it
knew,
up.
Clean
I
that shit
knew.
up.
See, I always have to like work in different markets, right? I have to put on different masks. I
For
knew
sure.
this was going to be a big deal in the political space, like for sure.
For sure. For sure.
I didn't think it was going to be as big of a deal in like the average normie space. I didn't realize they were going to have the same type of conversations. I didn't think it was going to translate as much. I thought it was going to be like whether you like it or don't like it. But it seems like people are actually having like real conversations on whether or not. I mean, perfect example. Perfect example. Jake Paul tweeted about it, which caused a huge stir.
His
And then
brother tweeted
Logan
against
Paul,
him. Yeah.
said, "I don't agree with you." So I didn't expect it to go like that. Is what I meant.
For sure. For sure. For sure. And then this nigga sad because random. You would be arguing about Mashoko Tensei and Apothecary Diaries and all of that shit, and you're justified in doing that. Let motherfuckers be mad at what they want to be mad about.
I look, I got you. It's not even about it's more about my we literally just talked about it. It's more about my family. That's
Mm,
that's the part. It's like look, I'm African, okay? So obviously I'm an
Duh.
immigrant. So it's like we never mind. It's just like we just what the fuck are we doing right now? That's where I was at. That's why I was so annoyed. Like for real, for real. This is this. Okay, that's why I was like, I'm tired. I'm tired.
Santa, when did you plan on having a convo? Can we get it out the way?
It's our second topic because
Okay,
I
so
do
that's
want to cover. You know what? Transition. So let's go straight into the Super Bowl. So this weekend, Super Bowl just went down. Super Bowl Sunday, where the Seahawks literally dog walked the Patriots, completely annihilated them. Shout out to my boy Lonnie, who's still recovering from that
hmm
ass beating. What were your guys' thoughts on the game?
I'll go
I
first as
I
far as
mean,
X's and O's because I don't know the sport. I thought the game was ass just because I'd kind of grown accustomed to like high scoring games, but I can appreciate the fact that both those defenses were playing their heart out. The defenses were doing really well. I believe until the second half, all of the Seahawks points had come from like field goals, which to me like is incredible. You know what I'm saying? Only being able to rack up those 3 point conversions. Outside of that, just football. It was cool. I wish the Patriots would have kind of won. I was with Lonnie in that regard. They unfortunately lost because whoever was Drake May's O line, them niggas need to get lynched. They could have had me out there. They weren't on shit.
Jesus.
They weren't on shit. Like people saying, "Oh, he wasn't making the right decisions. He wasn't making the right." That's fine. When you don't have time because you literally have people who are 6'3", 700 pounds and not worth anything, I wouldn't expect you to be able to make the right decision under that kind of pressure. But it is what it is. I thought the game was mid. I'd say it was like a 6. I don't think it was as bad as people are making it out to be. It was just a good defensive game.
Yeah, there's been worse blowouts. I'm gonna be pretty quick with it, and I'm kind of talk around the Super Bowl because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch it because I didn't care. I didn't care at all. I was with Ty 100%. This Super Bowl had no aura, it had no storylines. There's nobody I
Oh,
really
yes, it
cared about
did.
No storyline.
Yes, it did. Sam Darnold's
in terms of.
redemption. That's a
All right,
huge
sure, sure,
storyline.
sure.
Yeah, and the young
None of the-
lion that could have possibly, you know what I'm saying, made his
Okay,
mark.
okay. Maybe no is an exaggeration. It was a bit hyperbolic, but I was talking about in comparison
It's
to other Super Bowls.
it's
So
like
it
if
wasn't as high profile.
the side story, if like a side story character gets highlighted a little bit.
And
Yeah. I mean, if people cared, fine. I didn't personally. And I like a couple players, like I like Kenneth Walker, I like JSN. Um, but for the most part, I didn't really care who won in particular. So yeah, I wasn't yeah, this is a point I wanted to make real quick. Um, yeah, I don't abide by the idea that you can't just watch because you were interested in specific things and you only can watch, and I'm not saying that's what Lonnie's saying, you only can watch if you care about the sport inherently. I don't believe in that. I like football. I know a lot about football. I can break it down. Same with basketball. If I don't care about who's playing, if I don't care about the players, if I don't care about the substance of the game, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't care about it that much.
that's fair.
So
me personally, I was like I'm with Miles. The game was mid. You clearly saw the Patriots deficiencies. I was just shocked at the Patriots game plan because I did believe that they would have a coaching advantage going into the game. Like Josh McDaniels done coached in like 12 of these things. So I was like, if anybody could figure out a way to get over the deficiencies, he could have, but they were straight up out coached. And I felt so bad for Christian Gonzalez in particular because bro, when you're talking about a number zero
Yeah.
on the page, like when you're talking about a dude who played his heart out and like that, I just felt bad because my goodness, man, you're telling me there were no answers at all. You couldn't try anything, and the only time you could score was when Seattle was like, bro, we up 28 or whatever the fuck it was. Like we good. Yeah, I was just really shocked by that because I thought the Seattle was going to win comfortably. I just thought it was going to be kind of closer. Like I'm talking like 28-17, where yeah, sure they won, but you knew who the better team was, but not like this. But I mean, if you're the Patriots, like y'all, like Lonnie said, y'all weren't supposed to be here, but you can't put up a performance like that and then try to throw that excuse out. No, Drake May was bad. It was probably the worst game we've ever watched him play. And it was like, come on now. Like we can't have that, especially especially the fact you're literally one vote away from being the MVP. I disagree with Riddell. I was highly interested in Sam Darnold's storyline. I mean, the fact that he could be the first guy to win a championship from his stacked quarterback class, like he's the guy that does it. He's literally the quintessential underdog or comeback story because Miles, when I'm telling you, bro, was booty cheeks with the Jets. Like little people are literally calling him a bust, and to see his journey to get to be a world champion, they make movies out of that. They make movies out of that, and obviously everything else that comes along with it. Obviously, could Drake May win a Super Bowl? Now all of a sudden, are we talking about him in places where, let's be honest, he shouldn't be in terms of the hierarchy with quarterbacks and all that? I think there were a few things that were interesting, especially with the stuff with Tom Brady before the Super Bowl and how he really wasn't picking a side. Even though I think Tom Brady just didn't want to be like, yeah, y'all ain't finna win. I think there were a few in there. Is it okay? Is it, if you want to compare it to last year with like Mahomes three-peating, okay, fine. But at the same time, I think there were still very compelling storylines. And like Sam Darnold, like he's cemented now. He's done something that the two-time MVP did it, the one-time MVP did it, Baker did it. Like I think he's cemented himself in a way right now that, and with that team's good enough to go again. So if Sam Darnold does it again, if he plays just like he does, we could be having very serious conversations about him. But who knows? Who knows? But I just think people are being kind of unfair because it's not Patrick Mahomes, and maybe that was something the NFL could have done to get better, but this was still, at least, and I'm not going to say if you really love the game, if you really look at it, I still think there were some compelling parts to this.
Yeah, I mean it's sport. Like it's there are gonna have compelling aspects. I do kind of agree with Riddell though, in terms of the the aura or the storylines or the narratives whatnot from a mainstream perspective, they were definitely not there. It's this honestly was a game for like I don't want to even want to say diehards, but I mean halfway through the game, I mean we were saying 9-0. Oh, it's a blowout. Like the Patriots can't do anything. I mean, I can respect people saying like I'm done with the game. Like all the marquee names that people are accustomed to seeing or that they know about aren't there. Your Patrick Mahomes, your Lamar Jacksons, your Joe Burrows, damn, even your Jalen Hurts. Like they're not there. I mean, shout out to the Seahawks. They played amazing on one side of the ball. The other side, don't turn it over. I mean, Sam Darnold played the Alex Smith game. Don't turn the ball over, be safe, and win the game on defense. Kenneth Walker, shout out, Super Bowl champion. I mean,
He was
Super Bowl
cooking.
champion, Super Bowl MVP. He was completely destroying their defensive line, like obliterating. He literally looked like Le'Veon Bell with how patient he was.
Mhm.
Patriots. What's his name? Will Campbell. He is getting fried because I think somebody said it and I can't remember who, but when you watch a football game and you can notice how bad an offensive line is playing, like you're playing really really bad. He was getting beat all night. Was Drake May had Lonnie crushing out crazy at the point that me and Random were even talking about put Gonzalez at quarterback, try something.
Yo.
Yeah, we were
Like
at one point we were just being nasty. Like try
it was
something, bro.
bad. Do something. Like you and what Random said in terms of coaching, I agree with because from the beginning of the game, it was almost like they were playing scared the entire
Mhm.
time. Like everything was checked down. I mean, sure, I understand that they couldn't stop the blitz for not even a blitz. They couldn't stop four at all. But you gotta try something.
I mean,
And they
to be fair, this is another part of the conversation. If you're a football diehard, you would at the very least want a good game. I think a lot of people who've analyzed the playoffs all year this year, realized the Patriots were not going to provide a good game. They just weren't. They were not good all playoffs, and especially that offense. And to expect that offense to go up against an elite defense like the Seahawks and finally figure it out. I mean, Sam Darnold just had to play better than a backup quarterback, CJ who played awful, and Herbert that played awful. And fortunately for him, he was able to lean on the run game with Kenneth Walker. It's just it didn't really provide that intrigue of like this is going to be a comp game. If it was the Broncos and Seahawks with Bo Nix healthy, that might have had a little bit more intrigue of a
I,
comp game with two elite defenses and two quarterbacks trying to prove something. But the Patriots have been bad all playoffs.
do you think the Patriots don't have an elite defense? Because I would argue that they do.
I mean, it's good. It's above average, very good. I think they were good at turning the ball over in the playoffs in particular. But I think a lot of what happened throughout this playoffs is more so the other side of the offense was playing bad versus the Patriots were doing anything unique as a defense.
If I remember correctly, the Patriots had a good scoring defense, which which means like they stop other teams from scoring. Like they're very good at that. So that's what I just thought. I think obviously they have a
You know
very
what
high.
defense is, Random?
No. But it's like scoring. There's different like scoring defense. So I was trying to say that because okay, never mind.
you,
Okay,
You
because
you
good,
good,
bro.
you
You,
good.
yeah,
You're good.
I'm not trying to get
We
nasty.
messing with you, bro.
Yeah. But obviously they got good pieces. They had their chances early in that Super Bowl too. Like Nick Wright brought it up on First Things First. I wonder how that game would be. Remember that one that went off, not Gonzalez, but I think it's Carlton Davis, the other corner, that looked like they were jumping everything early because they just thought we put enough
Mhm.
pressure on Darnold, he's gonna throw us one. And they had their chances a couple times, and maybe that could have changed the game, rattled Darnold early, but they just didn't. Darnold got out of a few sacks. But I think that defense, obviously if you want to say that I think it's elite, just the Broncos and the Seahawks are better, but there's also I still think they're elite as well. They got a lot of things that they do very well. I heard Will Campbell was hurt, but even he didn't talk to the media right after the game, but he did talk later and said, "Look, I was hurt, but that's not an excuse. I was ass." He straight up says like, "I was ass, and I deserve to be killed for it." But he's also a rookie, and we'll see how he comes over for this year. But what was it? The Patriots, if you really think about it, they weren't supposed to be here, but they maximized what they had. So let's see what happens next year. Commanders, I'm not going to say that because they're in the Super Bowl.
Well, the Commanders are going to play the Eagles, but a way harder matchup than any of the Patriots played.
They played the Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
I'm talking about on their road to the Super Bowl.
They played the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. They went to the Super Bowl. Like,
I know.
okay, that's fine. They went to the Super Bowl.
Run. That's what I'm saying. To the Super Bowl.
Sure, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, at least to me, the biggest takeaway is that Seahawks defense is legit, and that schedule looking a little light for Drake May, and just to completely look inept in the Super Bowl like that, like absolutely nothing. Like they legit look like they didn't belong on offense, like at all.
I'm willing to give Drake May a pass though.
Drake May was really rattled. He was really, you could really tell he just wasn't prepared for that stage, whether or not you want to blame his age or whatever. But he was really rattled.
Oh, hey, Ty.
What's up, Ty?
It was good.
He looked very young. To provide a little bit more nuance, the Patriots had still things that are not super reliable. Their run game is inconsistent. And then their receivers had moments, but they didn't have an elite number one. And that's what you were going to need against the Seahawks in particular, because even when Devontae and Puka were playing against them, they struggled. They had their moments, and the offense just lit up that Seahawks defense. But Drake May doesn't have the poise like Stafford does, and he doesn't have a weapon like the Puka or Devontae Adams. So no run game, no elite receivers. Drake May in his second year, I'm willing to give him grace.
Same here.
Hey man, shout out Drake, man.
Once you saw that Drake bet slip, the Patriots were cooked, man. Drake put $1 million down on him. That's insane. You just throwing that away all the time.
I don't lie to you. Me and my crew, I was at a Super Bowl get together. Low key, we all stopped watching Super Bowl like around the third quarter. We started watching anime. We were like, all right.
Yo,
which goes back into what we were. Ty was the originator of the statement. Had no aura, and I understand. Like, I mean,
I'm
if
telling you, bro.
it's nothing and it feels like a blowout, why should I keep watching if I'm the casual fan?
Legitimate question. And I'm not saying this in jest. I'm not saying this to troll. I'm saying this because I want people to give me an answer. For the amount of viewers that were watching the NFL Super Bowl, do you think the numbers of people were there mostly to watch the game or the halftime show?
halftime show.
Halftime show.
Yeah, bro. You know how many girls I know that went just to bars just simply to see Bad Bunny? Like that's like.
Hey, we're gonna get into it, time, man.
Yeah. Wait. Were the numbers better? Like, what were the numbers?
The halftime show broke a record.
It broke,
I believe, like 135 mil.
I thought it was 127.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I feel like people gonna be nasty. People gonna be nasty.
It broke Kendrick by 1.2.
Oh, in like 5 years, people like they're gonna talk about
and
race.
Kendrick had all the Drake beef stuff.
Real, but I'm saying like in 5 years, people gonna be like, "Yo, that Drake May Sandana Super Bowl part number, it's gonna be so nasty."
Oh, no, but I think I'll say this. I would say this. I think this would have been the same last year. Bad Bunny's the biggest artist on the planet.
No,
I think it would have been the same last year. He's the biggest artist.
Last year, no.
No.
Last year, no.
So. I think so.
I'm telling you, no.
I think so. The same thing that Ty said. Women would have been watching that Super Bowl just to get to the halftime show to watch Bad Bunny.
He's not the biggest artist in the world right now.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Last year, no, because of it. The reason he's actually grown to that point is because of his current album. His current album has propelled him to a different stratosphere.
This is what I meant. Okay, let's just flip years. If the exact same thing was going on with the same storylines and all that, and the Eagles, and Bad Bunny was performing with everything that just happened, the same thing would have happened there. Now, obviously, if you want to take everything back, like if you want to take out the last year, I think so. If everything happened the same way, except this time we
Thank you, Lonnie.
Not only was Taylor Swift there, apparently this Super Bowl did do worse numbers than last year's Super Bowl as well. In addition to having the Bad Bunny bump with, so Bad Bunny's halftime show broke Kendrick's record, but this Super Bowl did less numbers than last year's.
No, I agree. The game was worse, or the game going into the game, the marquee names weren't there. But I'm just saying, I think the same amount of people who came out to watch this, it would have been the same amount who would have came if Bad Bunny, with everything going on, with adding everything that happened to get here with Bad Bunny, those same amount of people that came out last year.
Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Since we're already here, transition. Since we're here, Super Bowl halftime show. We saw pretty much everybody was calling it the Benito Bowl. Bad Bunny performed at this year's Super Bowl. It's been a lot of conversations from different demographics, cultures, whatnot. A big cultural conversation has been going on. What are you guys' thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime show this year, gentlemen?
It's probably the best I've ever seen.
Really?
It's probably I like when I tell you, me and my mom were dancing, straight up dancing. And obviously when that song, I was up, I was moving, I was having a good time. But it was literally one of the best I've seen in a long time. The only one I can put up is maybe Kendrick from last year. I'm gonna have to do a little because I'm forgetting a few, because mind you, I've seen people still say the Prince one was better. Okay, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I was in Africa at the time. I'm sorry. Michael Jackson, I didn't see it. I was in Africa. I'm sorry. So, but those ones I wanted to put up. But it's probably the most fun that I can remember having watching the Super Bowl halftime show in a long time. Like, I don't know if it's the best, but I mean, I can see why people like other things, but this was everything. Plus, it accomplished everything it needed to do. Plus, they try to give it comp in terms of another halftime show. The political climate around it was able to showcase the Puerto Rican culture, and I mean, also like the cameos. Like a lot of people just going up, they're breaking down Bad Bunny's outfit and this and that, and I think I just had a lot of fun watching it. I've watched it once more since. And I was like, it was just great. This was better than Dr. Dre's. I'm sorry.
Was Dr. Dre the one with the M?
No. Yeah, where Eminem, 50 Cent, Mary J. Blige? Hell no, it wasn't.
Oh yeah, that was tough. I mean, this is completely subjective because I don't understand what he's saying. This kind of brings back the conversation of I can only like it so much, not knowing what he's saying. I still think it was good though. I thought it was really good. I thought there was a lot to dance to, party to. I like the camera work. I'm gonna be honest. That camera work was fantastic.
It was cooking. They was cooking on that.
In fact, how it was following Bad Bunny, and then when he went down and then they transitioned to that was obviously created beforehand. I think that was amazing. And shout out my girl Lady Gaga. Shout out her as well. So
Ricky Martin showed up. Ooh.
I thought it was good. Thought it was good for sure. I don't know if I would say best because it's not my type of music, but I think it did the job.
I'm more of a beats guy anyway, so I was just enjoying the beats, and then obviously I have not stopped listening to Bad Bunny since. Like it's one of my Spotify daily mixes is just straight up reggaeton and that type of music. I've been having fun listening to it.
I didn't watch it, so
Um,
Damn.
the game was ass. He turned that bitch off. I don't blame him.
yeah.
Go on,
Oh, you didn't watch
go on
it.
YouTube. Go on YouTube and watch it. It's already on YouTube. Go on YouTube and watch it.
I'll tap in.
Um,
Damn.
so off the top of my head, it's not a top five Super Bowl in my opinion. But I do think it's really good. I think I understand the idea of not understanding the language to not being able to kind of get the full experience of it. I also think in a way that's kind of lazy too. The thing about especially like Latin music, um, at the very least it can make you move. I watched some of it in Discord and I spent the other half with the ladies, because there were hella ladies outside. A lot of the niggas that saying they didn't like it, niggas were at home. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because the ladies was out. I had a good time. Everybody was dancing. It was very festive. It was a joyous activity. It felt more like a concert than it did, a football event. I thought it was really cool. There was Easter eggs, a lot of homage to different things. I thought the message was cool, and then I would say production value was probably better than any of them. Just the overall production. Like I said, it felt like a concert. He had a bunch of different moving sets. He was falling through the floor, the flags. It was pretty awesome. I think it was cool. I think it was really cool. I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely not. It's not amongst the best to me. It's not. I got like to provide examples. I think providing examples is cool. I think the U2 one is better. The Prince one, the Michael Jackson one, the West Coast New York fusion one was better to me, and the Beyonce Coldplay one was better to me as well. Just to
Was it
name
Bruno
a few.
Mars a part of that? Like low key too?
Yeah, it was like Beyonce Coldplay Bruno. I thought that was a really good one as well.
Which one was that one again?
That was
I,
50.
Oh, it's the
yeah.
Kendrick one. Yeah, the Black Panther one. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I'm rocking.
Mm.
So for me, being from the Caribbean,
Oh,
this I have to say it was very impactful. And I'll say it this way: I was able to watch it with my kids, and they were like, "I know what that is. I know what that is." Um, like Bad Bunny has really been an ambassador, not only for Puerto Rican culture, but also for Caribbean culture. And the reason it resonated with me because this isn't the first time we've seen Latin influence or Latin performers at the Super Bowl. As we remember, we had J
J-Lo
Lo
and
and
Shakira, right?
Shakira. They did that,
We was there
but
for
there's a
Shakira.
difference. But that's a difference. That's more, you know, and the way Caribbean people say it, that's more international Hispanic. That's your Colombias, that's your Chiles, that's your Panamas, from that nature. This was specifically Caribbean culture. Like things really resonate with me because I, had a lot of those experiences. Like when the power goes out and everybody's outside. Like if your car has a good sound system, you just park it in a field and you just turn the music up and it's a party. Like little things like that. Walking when he was walking down and you see, old people playing dominoes. Like that's not just Puerto Rican culture. That's also happens in Cuba. That happens in my home, the Dominican Republic. Um, like aspects like that really stood out to me. It really resonated. So for me, I thoroughly enjoy it. I do understand that there is going to be a cap in the popularity of it because of the language barrier. And I knew that going into it. Like a lot of people it's not gonna really resonate with
hmm
because music, like Miles said, it has a good beat, it'll make you dance. It's festive. But there's only so much you can engage with when there is that language barrier. So I do get that. But I personally think it's top 5, sure, because I mean, I am biased. I am. I have it top three personally right now. I do think the hip hop with Dre, 50, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick, like that one to me is a top personally in terms of production, sound quality, performance, set design, everything. I think that's the pinnacle. I do see that. Personally, I have Lady Gaga at two because
Hers was
I'm just a Lady
fire.
Gaga fan.
Mm.
Hers was
He
fire.
like that
We
that
rocking
shit
Lady
was
Gaga over
peak.
here.
Didn't it start off with like she
And
swanton bombed off the top of the stadium? It
off
was some
off
crazy
off
shit.
the top of the stadium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fire.
And then at three, I do have this year's performance. Like me and my wife, like we held each other like after that. Like it was just like this is culture. Like we understand the reference. Like we've lived through this experience. We've been the like I was the kid falling asleep on the chairs celebrating my own birthday in a bar because that's just what Hispanic parents do. Like, hey, we're going to have your birthday, we're going to celebrate it. We're going to do it at a bar and it's for you, but it's for them.
For
So they're
everybody.
dancing, they're having all of that and I'm bored in the corner sitting down falling asleep and they wake me up to cut cake.
Island parties are
Like,
like that too. U.S. Indian is like that
yes.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It hit me twice like cuz I'm Dominican, but I'm also raised in St. Croix, US Virgin Islands. So
Mhm.
it was just a lot of the references he was doing. It's not just Puerto Rico. It's like you said when he mentioned Haiti, when he mentioned Jamaica, Cuba, like specifically Caribbean culture, it resonates. So that's my take. I thoroughly loved it. I enjoyed it, and it like you
Leroy.
said, when Ricky Martin popped up, I was like, this man is 54.
Yeah.
Like, good lord, like how like he found the fountain of youth.
Yeah,
But
I want to
I
text my girl while we was watching.
Before we pivot real quick, I'm glad Leroy brought it up. I was speaking about it with some homies, and I think there was like an interesting stat where, since Jay-Z's kind of been the head of who performs, the last five or so acts, maybe four, have been people of color, right? And then obviously this year we had the first ever fully Spanish, other than Lady Gaga, but fully Spanish Super Bowl performance. Do y'all think they keep going in? Because it's clear the NFL is looking for an international draw. Leroy brought up the K-pop idea. In addition to bringing that up, we also were speaking about like what if they went full like dance hall, like a Thames, Burna Boy,
Mhm.
Tyler type of vibe. Would y'all see the NFL actually doing that? Because I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
they already ticked the white folks off. They might as well just push the limit now.
Well, because over the last few years, Miles, behind the scenes, the NFL, not just the games, because next year they're going to have 9 international games. Like
Mhm.
they're going to Paris for the first time, all that. It's like, for lack of better terms, they've maximized what they can do in the States. So now they're chasing what the NBA has done to be able to be looked on more favorably globally. So that's what they're doing. And they're not hiding about it. If there's one thing the NFL is about, it's about their money. Like that's why they're the one of the few when Trump says something, they just kind of brush it off and keep it pushing. So
Santa,
yeah,
picture Vibes Cartel at the Super Bowl.
I don't that no. No.
yeah.
The
I don't know the
Vibes Cartel, Movado, Shabarangs, bro. Nah. Nah, that's too
I
much.
think the toughest part is just that, like, for lack of better terms, obviously I can't speak for everybody, but Bad Bunny's very recognizable by a lot of people.
Yes, he is.
You know, I'm okay. I said he's one of the top artists on the planet. Yeah, I think he was the most streamed person on Spotify for the last 2 years. So that's gonna be tough to find a K-pop person. Obviously, I don't know a lot about K-pop. Maybe if there's somebody like that who can cross like that, like what was the one a few years ago that people really love and they did a tour in the States?
BTS.
BTS.
Yeah, it was BTS.
Yeah, maybe if BTS back then, maybe that was a time because I don't really know a lot of K-pop acts that have crossed over since then.
Have a bunch. Get like BTS, Blackpink, Lisa. Get them all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll be
So
I'll be curious like how invested they would be into that, considering the K-pop Demon Hunters did a lot for America in particular in making K-pop extremely popular. Golden was the Frozen of our generation in terms of how mainstream it got throughout the radio. But even then, I mean, we talked about it a little bit. Even then, we could never see it really getting the appreciation it deserves. So I just don't know if K-pop in particular in America has hit that point where they will just allow, like Bad Bunny was undeniably popular. Like there's no way you can question it. K-pop is more of a genre. Any particular star that can reach that level, I don't know if the NFL will like take advantage of that. I'm not sure about that.
besides, do you think Thames is big enough to perform at the Super Bowl? Because they've asked Adele multiple times and she said no.
Yeah, but that's why I kind of went with the multiple people theme. They've done before where they've had
Yeah.
multiple acts that aren't big independently, but have enough of a draw where you can bring a couple of them and have them do something. So I don't think.
Don't they usually have like a centerpiece though?
I mean, sure, but I think there's a centerpiece that exists in that type of field. Like, yeah, Bad Bunny was a titan, but remember, Bad Bunny did it with people before. This is not his first rodeo.
Mhm.
So what comes around goes around. They could start off with a kind of team posse type of thing, and it can go from there. But I was more so harping on the international thing that they clearly want. They clearly want an international presence. Drake ain't doing it. He's a big American artist. Taylor Swift has refused it many a times. Other than like the Chris Browns, America has kind of used up everybody. We don't got nobody else. Who else can do it? That's American.
It's insane. Drake said Drake's not
Justin
going to do it.
Bieber.
I got
You know what
two
I'm saying?
No,
names.
we did.
Ooh,
I got two names.
don't say Eminem.
No, I was gonna say Eminem.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
But Santa, you were here first. Did you want to say something?
So I mean I got a couple of names that they can do from America too, but I'll go after you go with that. Now for my I do think they do go with the international approach, but it's tricky when it comes to something like you said, dancehall. It'll be a little difficult for something like dancehall, in my opinion,
I believe
because they do have to be cognizant that dancehall in itself can be hypersexualized per se. I do think that I don't think it'll be a deterrent, but they just have to be careful with that. I do think they do take a K-pop approach.
Bad Bunny had them bitches throwing ass, so I don't really.
There were people who, like, obviously the biggest name that I could think of was the Orange Man. He lost his mind saying, "Oh, they were doing nasty shit," and kids were watching. He did mention that on his True Social.
Have you seen his wife?
They're virtual signaling.
Melania not throwing it back, so that's. He's not accustomed to, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody clip that.
He's not used to a thick ethnic joint throwing that shit back. You know what I'm saying? So I get why he's coming from where he's coming from. It didn't bother me none, and the kids that watch,
of course, it didn't bother
them either. They don't get what's going on. So,
hey, true.
Now, from my opinion, I sure was there twerking? Was sure. But it was for that section. Other than that, it really wasn't sexual at all.
No.
Other than that one part. With dancehall, I being from Caribbean culture, calypso, reggaeton, dancehall, whatever.
I'm with you.
Being there, I don't know how you don't make it sexual.
I was thinking.
I just don't. I just don't know. But
who cares, man?
I
I'm
would
talking
love
about the
to
comment.
see it.
What Santo's saying is.
Oh, he was just naming it. There were people grinding on each other, but like generally, I agree with you. Like generally,
I personally don't think it was hypersexual at all.
I don't either. By the way,
I don't think so either.
But I do think they go with the international approach. Now, Riddell, what two names did you have? Because I wonder if we have the same names.
So maybe this first one. This other name, it's kind of a throw in the dark because of something recently he just put out, and I'll explain my rationale. First name was Bruno Mars. So
He's
my
already
thing
done
with
it
Bruno,
twice. He's already done it twice.
but like Bruno Mars has the K-pop connection, especially if you connect Bruno, you want to connect Meg, who also has the K-pop connection. You can
Meg who?
the Stallion.
We good.
But I'm not talking about the performance. I'm really just alluding to the fact that you have a centerpiece name in Bruno Mars.
I got you, Riddle.
Yeah, okay. So at that point, they have songs with these K-pop artists, and then obviously similar to what Lady Gaga just did in the halftime show, they're going to be allowed to perform one of their own songs as well, and that can really start setting people on the tempo. Especially if they bring in the people who sung Golden, everybody's going to know that song. So I think that one's an interesting one right off rip. And then this is not necessarily attached to the international market, but let's say that off of the album that just came out, I listened to all of it. Off of the album that just came out, and he starts doing some tours and everything. I don't know what his schedule's looking like. And he wins album of the year.
Don't say. He's not gonna do it. He would never do it.
He would never do it.
Okay. I have no idea. I don't know him like that. But if he did do it,
You talking about J. Cole?
yeah, I'm talking about J. Cole.
He's in an interesting spot because I do think he has some music to where he could do it. Just
You don't need to.
how I don't even know if that's necessarily true. Like people like to give him the third fiddle title, and he's not as big as Drake or Kendrick. I'm not saying that by any means, but he's very close. It's him though. He the type of nigga where he likes to present homeless. You know what I'm saying?
Big three, Miles.
You said what?
Is he the Bleach of the big three?
Yeah, but he better than Bleach though, so it's not even a fair
I agree.
comparison.
Agree.
Yeah. But if we like going off the 1-to-1 comparison, yes, he would be. He would be Bleach, unfortunately. But he's just not that type of nigga. He's not going on tour right now to go pass CDs out to his fans. He's just a very humble, very out the way dude who really appreciates the art, wants to rap and get out the way. I think I've seen him in Madison Square Garden before. I think he could do it though. He could.
I saw him in Kansas City. I also think he could do it.
Mhm.
He's good.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like Kendrick obviously came off a big year, and then he got the halftime show and won awards. Bad Bunny won awards. I mean, I listened to the whole album. I agree with you. I think it was a really, really good album. I can see when album of the year, and since he also made the declaration, from my understanding, that this is his last album, this would be a good year to get off a bang.
Didn't he just announce that?
Do you
it's
think?
just-
Okay, my bad.
No,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, Santo. I was just saying. I thought he just announced that "It's Just a Boy" is still coming out.
Yeah, it was a part of the roadmap. He basically had said because he released the Blizzard birthday freestyles, he didn't want to give the freestyles and an album and It's a Boy because he felt like you wouldn't be able to properly like digest the music. So this is technically not the real last J. Cole project. We have one more, and then the name is supposedly dead.
Do you guys think if Kendrick doesn't do what he did with Drake, does he get the Super Bowl performance?
I don't think so.
The-
I think
the
the beef really helped it.
The closest he got was when people don't even remember. Remember when he did the national championship halftime show? People don't even remember that. The first time they went to the playoff, he did the halftime show for that, and then it's crazy how they just never followed it up. So
He became such a mainstream topic. He became a mainstream selection, in my opinion. So
hmm
But yeah,
no,
aside from honestly at this point, aside from Chris Brown, I ain't really trying to see Metallica. I'm not trying to see Taylor Swift.
I would see Tay Tay.
I'd give her a shot. Why not?
She would have to do
She
her
won't
older
look-
hits.
She would,
Yeah.
but she's not doing that shit though.
She's not.
And then Drake
She
is salty.
I mean, this could be a good year for Taylor. She's gonna be like Travis once he's retired. She's probably not gonna give a fuck about the NFL anymore. So
Mhm.
But
Lonnie,
I mean,
what were
they've
your
asked
thoughts
her.
about
They
the
asked
Super Bowl?
Adele.
I mean, the
They've
Super Bowl
asked-
performance.
You said what?
Am I lacking?
No, you're
No,
I
fine.
don't think so.
Okay. God, this thing has me super self-conscious. I was asking Lonnie what his thoughts on the Super Bowl performance.
give me. My mom's calling me. Give me 2 minutes. God.
Bruh. Lonnie.
W son.
Lonnie.
It's so of all the American acts left on this, because I completely forgot it's going to be in LA. Which God, I'm definitely not going to be in the city that week. There's no point. What besides Chris Brown? Who else could they ask? I guess J. Cole. How many other American acts can they ask? That's good enough.
That's good enough. I mean, there's some people,
Or
but
that's popular enough.
Shot in
I
the-
think who?
I said shot in the dark. Throw
Mhm.
somebody with him. Tyler could do it.
You think so?
He needs somebody with him though.
Whoa, Tyler's
He needs somebody with him. He needs somebody with him, but Tyler could do it. Like even if it was to okay, you have even though he has recent controversy, you have like another hip hop trio type of thing because Tyler is from LA. You do like Tyler, you do like Pusha T, you do a bunch of like prominent rappers who have a big name but may not be the biggest in the world. I think Tyler has the music to do it. He could definitely do it. And he has a big enough fan base. He caters to not just black people but white people as well, not just men but women as well. I think I think he's an interesting one that in the perfect situation could work. He's very talented. He knows how to perform. He's good with the cinematography and he's creative. He could do all of the legwork himself. They wouldn't have to think piece something up. He would be able to think piece it up. It'd be really creative and it'd be pretty cool. It's a shot in the dark, but maybe
that set design would be insane.
it would be tough. It would be crazy.
Interesting.
Honestly, I mean, like if I mean, you said shot in dark, I throw one too. If Jay-Z by himself just said, "I'll pull a Thanos moment, fine, I'll do it myself."
That'd be hard.
I can see Jay-Z. That'd be crazy. I'd be down with that.
But yeah, I'm all the old hits. I'm here.
I'm interested. Foreign acts. What if they did like you say at Tim's? You think they'd get like a Central C, somebody like that to add in, or who else?
Nah, we cooked them in the war. We're not bringing them up. They losers, man. Hey, where they at, man? We good, man. Get that back in blood. I think Lonnie has to get his thing off.
Get
His
off.
feeling.
All right, I'll start off with the Super Bowl. Like I said at the beginning of the year of the NFL season, I just wanted to make the playoffs. I wanted to be an 8th seed. I think I took like a gamble saying like, oh, we're gonna be. I said like, oh fuck it, we're gonna be the 8th seed. We're gonna make the playoffs, and we ended up in the Super Bowl. So I'm happy in that regard. Will Campbell, he said he tore a ligament. I don't care. I can't care about that right now. Nigga's been asked since he got hurt. He should have rested more or something. I don't know. Or he should have got certain. If you have a torn ligament in your knee, maybe you shouldn't be playing throughout the playoffs because he got his ass beat every single week, and he clearly wasn't the same. And our O line was fine while he was gone. So, but Drake May also didn't play that well.
Eat that shit.
Yeah, it
Even
was
though I'm
bad.
with you, eat that shit.
It was rough. It was rough. But if I offended anybody this week with the things I said, all I gotta say is
I apologize.
Hurt people.
You cut out. I have no idea what you're saying.
so I accept your apology on your behalf.
Oh wow.
Your team's probably still trash and probably still not gonna make the Super Bowl in the next 10 years or whatever the fuck. So it is what it
Lonnie,
is.
hold on. Lonnie, you unfortunately are not able to pop your shit because I'm not gonna lie, those people talking about the Mickey run shit, they were unfortunately proved correct. The brothers, the brothers up here said it earlier. Y'all niggas looked like y'all did not belong. Okay, y'all had no place.
We did not look like that. But guess
okay,
what?
I don't want to hear you pop. You can't victory lap and you lost. You're not popping your shit. That's my point.
I don't care.
They calling Drake the schedule.
We made it. I don't care about logic right now, Miles.
This is
I don't care
my
about
favorite joke right now.
objectivity.
He said this like 5 times and laughed every time he said it.
That's
I
a
know.
funny nickname, bro.
Y'all said this thing had no aura, but Jay
It
said
did.
he won Offensive Player of the Year. Drake May was second MVP voting. Whatever.
Orless accolades, man.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, I like JFN. The
Oh, he also led the league in receiving yards this year, but yeah, whatever. Oralist.
one receiver can only carry so much. By the way.
Actually,
I don't lie. If you
Facts.
rank-
Oralist 0 aura.
No,
And-
hold on,
And then he does. And then
Lonnie,
what
second
was his
MVP
stats in the
voting,
Super
whatever.
Bowl? Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Lonnie. If we
You said I didn't
rank,
hear what you said, Santo.
Like Rodell said, there's only so much a wide receiver can do. I mean, to carry aura, and then he does nothing in the Super Bowl. So I mean,
Yeah. Oh, that's because my nigga Christian Gonzalez played his ass off and locked his ass the fuck down. So
I ain't gonna lie to you. The only receiver that could have carried or is Odell Beckham. He's the only one.
I'll be honest, he might have single-handedly the most aura.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie to you. If you ranked the Super Bowl, the past 20 Super Bowls based on aura, this is done. This is on bottom 5. Like, it's bottom 5. Like, come
You
on,
said
bro.
the last 20 years.
Because think about it, right? The 10 Super Bowls with Tom Brady got aura. The 5 Super Bowls was for one of the insured ones. So if there's really 14 Super Bowls, they already got more. Like that's 14. No, wait, that's not this. No, that's a little more. The past 26 or 7 Super Bowls, 14 of them got Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes.
And then we got Cam Newton.
And then we got
Legion of
four
Boom.
with Peyton Manning.
Drew Brees. Shout
Yeah,
out.
He was one of the Peyton Manning ones. Hold on a second.
Okay.
No, since 2000, we got four. We got 4. No, seriously, right? Since 2000, right? We got 4 with 14 with Brady and Mahomes. Then we got another 4 with Peyton Manning. So that's 18 already. Then we got Cam Newton, 19. Then we got 2 with Ray Lewis. That's 21.
All right. Nobody talking about 2000.
No.
Nobody talking about 2000.
Okay,
You don't even know the teams that played in there.
No, wait, no, you missed what I'm saying. You missed what I'm saying. I'm saying that I'm already at 21. You missed what I'm saying. I said this is bottom 5. I'm at 21. That's the 21st one. We can throw that one out. I can go to another one. You feel what I'm saying? Like Matthew Stafford and Joe Burrow have more than this, bro. This is Aaron Donald.
Sure.
So that's okay. That'll be my 21. I'll put that Ray Lewis one. We'll put that to the side. That's 21 already. Now, if I think Big Ben and A-Rod, that's 22. Big Ben and A-Rod was crazy. Then if I
Cardinals and Steelers. No, Cardinals.
Larry Fitzgerald, Kurt Warner, Ben. I'm gonna give it, man. Fuck it. I'm giving that one in there. That's 23. We put Kurt Warner. You know what I'm saying?
The game was great. The aura before the game was not that good.
No, but y'all, we're comparing it to this bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. So that's 23. And then what's after that? I'm missing some. What am I missing?
He got me with that one. He got me with
the first Big Ben one. Yeah, that was nasty.
We get it.
Tampa Raiders.
But honestly, that's 23. So that's 23. So
Ty. He's already dead.
You're right. But I just named 23 already.
Moving on to my takes on the halftime show.
Yeah.
Like I said before, like a majority of my friends are Latina, a lot of them in Miami and stuff like that. I've been to those Bad Bunny concerts. I've been to the ones where you go to Miami, then you fly the next day to go to the one in Puerto Rico. I get it. I don't think it's top 5 based off performances, but in terms of impact and memorable and stuff like that, like because of the climate that we live in and because of everything that's going on around the Latin community this past wherever, we saw the kid that got detained by ICE. We saw a bunch of Latin.
That wasn't the actual kid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was like Lonnie, stay right where you at. He was paying homage to it though. It wasn't the actual kid, but he was paying homage.
Even though it looked exactly like the kid, so I don't. I don't know. A lot of reports said it was the kid, so I didn't see anything that said it
It
wasn't.
wasn't the actual kid.
I didn't see anything that said it wasn't the kid. All I said,
Your overall point still stands.
Whatever.
Yeah,
You can-
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
whatever.
I'm not trying to be. Okay, never mind.
You being
Moving on.
difficult.
Moving on. No, the fact that like he was able to give love and respect to so many different parts of the Caribbean Latin community. Like we saw the salsa music, we saw the cha-cha music, we saw the baracha, like we saw a little bit of everything, and we saw, I don't know, just like a little bit of the journey that they got to go through, that they're going through. And yeah, based off the climate, I think it's up there. Bad Bunny isn't the number one artist in the world. I don't know why we just forgot about that skinny ass white lady. But he might be the top male artist. At least he's top 2, 3 easily. But yeah, no, it was a great halftime show. I was dancing the whole time. There was definitely a song that you should not dance next to your partner with. Santo, you know exactly which one off the new album I'm talking about. Yeah, so no, it was great. It was great. It was definitely the best part for me of the Super Bowl. Yeah, and I'm still not okay.
So, right before the pod, we were talking about the discourse the halftime show has, a lot of cultural discourse, a lot of how would I say it? A lot of political, cultural talks as well. What would be? How do you guys feel about the discourse that's going on regarding Bad Bunny's performance?
What do you mean?
I'll go first. I thought overall, at least the discourse to me. While I get the fact where it's in Spanish, nobody's gonna know what they're saying. I promise you, a lot of them casuals when during the East Coast West Coast thing couldn't really in that shit was in English, didn't really know what the fuck they were saying either. I just thought it was pretty effing dumb. And like for 13 minutes, the vibes were cool. Everybody was having a good time. It seemed more about everything. That's why before the pod I was like, I'm tired. Like I'm just tired. Like damn, we really like this is where like we really gonna complain about this. Like of everything that's happened over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, this is where we're really going to hold our foot down to the point where Megyn Kelly is talking like, well, Jay-Z and his Epstein ties, like the orange man in the goddamn White House don't got Epstein ties out there. I was just like, this is dumb. This is the dumbest discourse we're having.
She's an idiot.
Yeah, that's why I think it's just like this is the dumbest discourse that we have because you had an alternative. All the people were gonna hate it. Y'all just didn't support it. We saw the damn thing at the Trump thing. Guess what? That fool was just watching the Super Bowl because he knew the shit that the alternative with the dude who got some of the craziest lyrics I've heard. How do you top Rick Ross's bar with one of your own, but with Kid Rock? And y'all had an alternative show you could have watched, and you didn't watch it. XQC straight up said that she was view botted because how do you have 6 million people watching and the chat ain't active? I just thought it was so dumb. It's 13 minutes. Go watch something on YouTube. Go make a plate and eat. Go do something else. Go watch the Turn UFC. Go watch the Puppy Bowl. The more people watch puppies play around with a football than watch that Turn USA shit. Man, shut the fuck up. Y'all just wanted to argue for no goddamn reason. And yeah, sure, I got a little bit because I got a little personal thing like we talked about before the pod, Miles, Santo, Riddell. But at the same time, I'm like, y'all really just dragging this for no fucking reason when y'all should be excited that the American football game that you all want to talk about is now big enough that it attracts one of the biggest international artists out there. Because guess what? The game's becoming more global. So yeah, with one of the few times where the NFL has a chance to really showcase itself on a global stage, they chose a global artist, and the most people who have ever watched it, and it was fire. I had a good time. I didn't know what the fuck the dude was saying, but I was up there dancing too. My mama, who's a black African lady, was up there dancing too. We was having a good time. Just listen, feel the beat and have a good time. But no, we chose to make this all about something that y'all didn't care about, especially when y'all an alternative and you didn't support it. So shut your fucking mouth if you're not going to put your money where your fucking mouth is. God damn.
Shout out random. I mean, I do not care if people speak different languages. Um, you may say I'm biased because my mother speaks a different language and my dad has a Jamaican dialect, so I'm pretty used to people speaking different languages consistently around me. But ultimately, I'm not gonna go in too much depth. I probably am gonna reiterate this conversation tomorrow on my podcast, talking about the kind of inconsistencies on how people try to articulate what is America's language. But in terms of this conversation in particular, simple, it's fake outrage, it's fake wokeness, it's not a real issue. I guarantee if the Bad Bunny, instead of speaking out against Trump, he was a Trump supporter, they would all love it. I guarantee it.
Glazer.
So this is not a real issue. These people don't really care. And then the people who do care just want all these people out of the country. So just don't really buy into this for the most part. It's not a real conversation. And we know Americans like music that is different languages. Like Despacito was number one
That's
for
fair.
how long? That Gangnam Style was number one for how long? And
Mhm.
people were bumping that shit. They don't give a fuck about all this. We love different languages. We have a bunch of movies. Anime is super popular. So this is just fake outrage, fake woke. I already said, if I understand it, I appreciate it better. But to go as far as some other people are going is ridiculous.
Also, bro's American. He's an American citizen. All right, bro.
Yeah, but they treat the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico like the stepchild we don't talk about up here. So
Yeah, but they like going there on vacation, Santo. Crazy.
One of these days, it'll be a state, Puerto Rico.
We'll see.
Also,
Miles, what are your thoughts?
Oh no, I kind of said my thoughts earlier. I just think people are kind of being lazy in the English aspect. I think Riddell put
okay.
it perfectly. Um, there's been popular songs that niggas don't speak no English in, so I think that was a bullshit narrative. I think overall it was just fueled by hate. We're living in a very tumultuous time here in America, and a certain group of people are going to be mad no matter what happens. And that it is what it is. It broke records. It did its thing. I enjoyed it, and that's all that matters to me.
just to wrap up the topic, before someone got in office, they tried to be an NFL owner. They tried to buy the Buffalo Bills, and they didn't let him into their little club. And he said before he was ever president that they would regret this and that he'd make their lives hell. And now that, and so is there a little extra hate and vitriol thrown their way because he doesn't like the NFL? Yes, because while he's making his tweets about the halftime show, he throws in, "Oh, and I still hate the new kickoff rule." Like, nigga, let it go. He's every single tweet he has about the NFL, he throws in, "And I hate the new kickoff rule. They need to change it."
Still watching, bro. You're still watching.
He's like, the kickoff rule is stupid. Like, so we know it's agenda based. We know why. We know like the community is being attacked right now. It's to be expected, unfortunately, because that's the time that we live in. And yeah, it's just unfortunately it is what it is.
He's trying to convince the Commanders owner to name the stadium after him.
Didn't he try to say, "Yo, I'm gonna give y'all money for this bridge, but you gotta name it after me"?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's insane.
Well,
He's the
if you
epitome of
just
an
wanna-
egoist, you know?
Shout out Blue Lock.
In closing, I'll just say this. I agree with everything Riddell said. If you just want to catch your fish, drive your truck, cut your grass, drink your beer, have at it. Have at it. Just go to Turning Point and do your thing. Just leave us alone.
But they didn't,
Pretty much.
Santo. They literally didn't.
No, I got you. I know. What I'm saying is just go over there. Well, I think that was a great way to, a great conversation needed to be had. Riddell, I'm gonna pass it over to you.